We know from talking to people around that this town desires a locally sourced restaurant.
I'm excited to be able to provide good local food at a reasonable price.
Well, I wanted to say that, like, being a single parent, and how hard that is financially for me.
Yeah.
I've been reliant on state assistance for the last 7 years. I've had to have food stamps in order to feed my family.
I think where food comes from is really important. So, say whenever you go to Walmart and buy meat, if you go buy a pound of ground beef, that's like 100 different cows that have been all cut up. And then you go check out, you pay your money, and that money pretty much gets pipelined straight to Bentonville, Arkansas.
So whenever you're patronizing a restaurant where they bring in the food on Cisco trucks, your money, all those dollars that is spent on the goods, flows directly out of town. And rerouting that revenue into the hands of farmers creates a stronger economic base.
That money is going to stay in the community. That farmer or that meat producer isn't going to stuff all their money in a mattress. They're going to go spend it at other local businesses. So that $20 has now moved around the community and became $40, $60, $100 before it even leaves the community.
So the thought of opening a locally sourced, locally owned restaurant, being able to feed my children and know that that's coming from the farm down the road, to have a place where I could potentially join my family with a sense of community, a gathering spot.
Nightlife in Berea. There's a lot of musicians in the surrounding states that pass up and down 75 going to different gigs in much larger cities.
We are opening a worker-owned cooperative restaurant in Berea, Kentucky.
From the worker-owned model, which is a little bit different than a corporate model that most of us are used to. Not only will my family be getting the fruits of the labor of the land on which we live, also the money is going to go right back into the local economy.
I foresee a strong economic contraction in the future back to local economies, because as the cost of fossil fuels rise, which it will, there's a limited supply on the planet. As that happens, it's going to become more and more important to provide food where it's consumed from a local source. It just makes sense.
Well, we've really been put in a position that's ideal for opening a restaurant through the worker cooperative model. We've got a location with equipment installed that was already set up as a restaurant just a year ago. So our startup capital needs are low. We are going to serve local food to local people. We're going to serve local food to tourists. We're going to build a nightlife in a sleepy town that's been looking for something to do.